Welcome back to My Mentor Medicine. I'm Justin Flinner, and today we're going to go through some back strengthening exercises. So again, welcome back, and give yourself a round of applause for being here a third week in a row. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to go through some very simple back exercises. We've done the posture work, we've done the work with back stretching, and now we have to work on a little strengthening to bring everything together so you feel nice and strong and you can stand strong as well. Okay? So let's get started. In our first exercise, I'm going to take you through something you might have done before, and you probably have heard of before, called the bridge. But we're not going to go all the way up like you remember doing as a child. This exercise is a little bit easier, and I want to remind you that if it is a little difficult for you, you take your time. If you ever need to rest, just stop and take a rest. Do it at your own pace and mind your own level of strength. You may be much stronger than me, or you may not be at the level that I am, and that is perfectly okay. Just go at your own pace. Okay? So I have a nice mat like we worked on last week. If you don't have one, just use a carpet, use a rug. We're going to start in this position. We're going to come onto our back, all the way down. Rest your hands on the ground beside you. Bring your feet in, but not too close, a little bit away from you. And then we're just going to lift up into this position, pushing your hips towards the ceiling. And come back down. And lift, and come back down. And lift. When you lift, you want to squeeze your glutes a little bit, but also keep your stomach a little tight, and your back is going to support you to make sure that you don't go off into one side or another. So ensure that we're going straight down, and straight up, and straight down, and straight up. If you want to make it a little harder, try not to go all the way down to touch the floor. Wait right before you touch the floor before you come back up and back down. Good job. Off to exercise number 2. Exercise number 2. Arms down again, same position. We're going to lift up, but this time we're going to take one leg, this one my left, I'm going to use this one first, kick it up, and then we're going to push for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Come back down, rest if you need to, come all the way down. Then we're going to lift again. And lift, leg up, push, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Come down and rest. Good. So on this one, be very careful. You can do more repetitions on each side if you'd like. You'll feel it in your glutes, you'll feel it a little in your core, but also in your back, as I mentioned before. So that's it for exercise 2. Let's move on to number 3. All right, exercise number 3. This one, I'm sure you've tried it before, maybe you've seen other people do it, called the Superman. You're gonna lay on your belly, and you're gonna try to lift your back up as high as you can. Here, we'll try it together. So face down, and you're gonna let your arms come straight back behind you on your sides. From here, you're gonna try to lift up as high as you can. Now, not just lifting your body, your torso, I want you to try to lift your arms as well. So lift, so you kind of do feel like Superman. This way, and down. Then reach your arms out front for another variation, and you can lift up, and then back down. Now the more extreme version, if you like, is to raise your legs and your feet, which I'm not really that good at. Or your legs with your arms. Here. Whoop. And back down. And then push yourself back. Do one of the stretches we did last week, and then come back up. Good. So that one, Superman, Superwoman, the super exercise for your back. Really good, but be careful with how high you try to lift. Don't try to turn, don't do anything awkward. Just lift as much as you can, hold it. Try 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, whatever works for you, and then rest. But after that one, make sure you do a little stretch to open the back up. Good job. Time for number 4. All right, everybody, time for number 4. So in number 4, we're going to do an exercise called reverse flies. We've done some exercises for the lower back. It's time to move up a little bit higher. So this exercise, if you don't have any little hand weights at home, just a few pounds, that's all you really need, then you can use something easy like some water bottles. So if you have 2 filled water bottles at home, it can be this size, it can be a little bit bigger, use them like hand weights. Bring your feet about shoulder width, your arms in front of you, and then we're going to lean forward slightly. From the front, it looks like this. I'm going to keep my body nice and tall, having good posture. I'm going to pull my arms back behind me and squeeze my shoulder blades together, almost as if someone is preventing me from pushing my arms back. So I want to squeeze my shoulder blades together and let them come back to the front. Squeeze and forward. From the side, feet about shoulder width, bring my hands into the front. This position, I'm going to open 1 and forward, and 2 and forward, squeezing my shoulder blades. This exercise, do about 10-15 repetitions, maybe even up to 20, and then rest, and then you can repeat it again after about a minute or so. Do that a couple times, really get those muscles between the shoulder blades working, okay? Number 5, coming up. Exercise number 5. This one of my favorites, but can be a little difficult to do at home if you don't have anything like resistance bands or anything like that. No problem. We can imitate it as best as we possibly can. And the muscle group we're going to work is the one that maybe you've seen Bruce Lee do some exercises. He stands on the porch and goes like this. It looks like he has wings under his arm. So this exercise is really good for this muscle region, which wraps and covers a large portion of the back. We need to keep this area healthy and working. So this one, I'm still going to use the water bottles. I'm going to pretend that I'm actually, instead of pulling back, I'm going to be pulling down, even though the weight's a little bit above me. So my feet, one in front of the other, my arms a little bit in front, and my body leaned a little forward. From here, I'm going to pull down and press my elbows down behind me, and then extend to the front, and again, pull down, squeezing my elbows downwards towards my back foot and up, and squeeze down and back up, okay? So when you're finished, all you gotta do, open one of these puppies up, and that's it. That's your whole routine. So we have 5 new strength exercises for your back. We've had last week 5 exercises for stretching your back. Before that, we had some exercises for your posture. So by now, your back should be in really good shape, really good condition, as long as you've repeated these each day. So don't forget to review the old videos. Practice this one for the entire week. You got an entire 7 days to work on it. I'll be in touch if you're on my email list to make sure you're doing them well. Don't forget, these exercises, repeat them several times. Each one, review them, practice them, do them all week. Add some new repetitions each time you do them so you feel a little bit stronger each day. And don't forget to practice the video from last week on stretching your back when you're done, and check your posture throughout, which is a review from week 1. Next week we'll have an even newer video, of course, with some new material, maybe for the back, maybe for something else. We'll try to combine it together, maybe a little Tai Chi, be a little surprise for you. So, thank you for watching. This is My Mature Medicine. I'm Justin Flinner, and you guys are doing an awesome job. See you next week.